Hello, there's a lot of questions on videos. So, man, they were all uploaded. Looks like some issue. The problem was Thursday's video is already there. Friday it was shuffled with Selenium video. Okay, Karthik's video. So that's the reason it was a confusion. But Thursday you might have been seeing. Friday in the sense US time, right? Yes, we had a class. Okay, just in case if you are not able to see, send out an email separately to me. Okay, but Thursday's session was there on YouTube. You can cross check once again. We had only two sessions: the test management tool introduction video and this one on the Friday session. Let me open the drive as well. Hi Kushal. These are the videos. I suppose they are there. Okay, I'll again ask the team to send back you an email. Okay. All right. Okay. So today's session is just a Q&A session. I will not discuss anything, and the reason being we didn't see much progress on this. All right. So post your questions, whatever you have on testing as well as test management. I'll be happy to answer them. Yes, Lizzie. Can you please restart your machine and then restart your installation? Meanwhile, others, if you have any questions, can you please post here so that we'll try to answer them. If you would want to voice out, please raise your hands. I can unmute you as well. Okay. Yeah, Radhika. Uh, Kalyani, the missing manual testing class tomorrow we'll be having. Kushal, ACL, I haven't heard anything about like that. You mean to say RCL or ACL? Kushal, you said it's ACL. I mean, I haven't heard about ACL. I know RCL, requirement clarification log. On last session, some of tool was handling manual project tool. Okay. Can you please elaborate it, Kushal? I'm not getting it. Radhika, can you provide me the email, the one forwarded to you from Jira? Whatever email you got, the link. What's the error message you are getting when you're trying to open it? No, 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 no. You must have got an email from Jira, right? Saying that open this link. Yeah. So can you forward me now? Kushal, if you would want, I'll unmute you. You can speak out. Yeah, Parvin, the same. So yeah. So it was seen in a wrong video, some wrong folder, and these admin guys have uploaded Selenium video instead of test management. Okay. So just give us 15 minutes of time. Sunil is resolving it. We'll get back to you. Okay. No, Asha, we are not having a regular session today because we didn't find any payments. So just wanted to continue with the Q&A session. Okay. Okay, Radhika, fine. So you can go ahead with your login and just yeah. Radhika, you should follow the yesterday's, I mean the second day two's video. Okay, we have created users, then projects. Okay, just like start thinking like the entire testing life cycle. Okay, whenever we have to start with the testing life cycle, what is that is most importantly required? The first one is the project definition. So you will have to start with project definition. then you need users for it, right? And then you will have to start with your issues or requirement analysis or the requirement documents, right? So that's how you'll have to flow step by step. By the end of this session, you will get that video as well. There was some little confusion by the admin guys. They uploaded the wrong video. Okay, it will be resorted. I mean, sorry, it will be resolved. I'm sorry. No, Radhika, through email, yes. The username that you might have given when you install Jira, right? That's your email. That's your admin email. Okay, so you need to log in with that. So just to give you a fair idea, okay. See, these are all your common columns in any of the test management tool. The assignee, which means the requirement to whom you are assigning. Okay, the components. Components is if you have specific components already defined, you can add them. So what you do is, well before tomorrow's session, which will be the actual start of the session, try to explore all the fields and all the drop downs and links in the application so that you will have fair idea of what exactly is all this about. Again, I am reiterating. See, these tools are one time. I mean, you can understand them one time. Okay. I mean, you need to just explore the workflow. That's it. The basic for any tool is you need to have an understanding about the test management process. What goes into each and every phase of the testing, right from requirement gathering till the report generation. Who are the stakeholders? How the hierarchy is defined. Okay. If any issue comes, who is the immediate point of contact? So from company to company, from one project to the other project, the flow, the hierarchies, the way things are done, it would be different. So we will have to align our tool with respect to that. Okay. 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 Looks like the video has been updated. Thanks, Ruxana. All. So you can see now the issue. Okay. Okay. Asha is asking who would be responsible in creating these issues. It would be the business analyst who will be creating these features. Okay. Business analyst in live with the client. So he or she will discuss with the client what is the requirement that you would want, what is the expectation from this requirement. So he will gather every information and I will create the issue and assign it to the respective team. If it's a database change, he will assign to the respective database. It's just not the client. client business analyst and um, the architect, both date, whatever it is, it be a Java architect or UI architect or database architect or an ETL architect or a reporting architect, reporting tool architect. So whatever is the requirement, the respective architect will be involved along with BA and client, and BA will gather the every information and he will post them here. Okay. If the hierarchy is defined like that, else the client might directly, okay, create the issue. Okay, any other questions? Hoda, the one you might have given, the same it would be shared, okay? The one which is shared with us, you might have got the email as well, okay? Can you please cross check? Alright, so I haven't assigned it to anyone. So what I am doing now, I am assigning. Do all manual test case involve same steps? Example, user login or sign up. It depends on the type of project you are working. Okay, if you are working in a database project, you are doing a manual testing there also. There you will not have any login page validations, right? If you are working on a web application, there you will be having. But then again, you might not start with that. If you are working like, say, suppose any banking project, okay, where it is mandatory to have a login based validation because it's user based access, right? So there you will compulsorily have the user login and sign up process. For others, it might or it might not be. Okay, it's not mandatory at all. All it's just a Q&A session. Please post your questions. Okay, don't worry. Whatever it is, we'll try to answer. Okay, the login page description mentions it should be one-time login. What does it mean? See, when I'm logging in with my mobile app, the first time it should ask me login page. The next time it should not ask me login page every time because my mobile number, IMEI number and mobile number has been already registered. So it will automatically detect the user and it will log in. It should log in. Okay. Whereas whereas the web application, you should have a login page every time. Selenium, I'm not the correct person, Huda. You should be asking Karthik or Manoj. Everyone of you understand the difference between severity and priority? Okay. Okay. So I'll ask couple of questions. Tell me what is severity and what is priority here. Okay. Okay. I have Google Gmail login page. Okay. The URL will work only with HTTP. Yes. Okay. It is also working with HTTP. So is it a defect? Okay. Few say it's yes and few say it's no. So the answer is it's actually not a defect, but considering the security issue, it's a defect. Okay. Now tell me, okay, there's another defect. I have the login page and I don't have the forgot password link. So it's a defect? Yes, no? Yes. So it's a defect. Everyone agrees, right? Now, of these two defects, which one is severe and which one is of having high priority? Uh, Tell me in terms of severity and priority. Which one is severe? Which one is priority? Okay, okay. Let me put it here. First one is high priority. Second one is high severity. True, false? Yes, no. Whoa. Many one say it's false or no. Okay. How many say yes? I see few only. Pavin, Huda, Sumati. Yes. So the answer is first one is high priority. Second one is high severity. Any contradictions here? It's wrong. The correct answer is first one is high severity, but you got an alternate for it. It works. But from severity issue, it's very high severity. Second one is it's high priority, right? So that's where whatever is the actual customer usage, as rightly pointed by Kushal, customer always issues first. I mean, that's the first one, right? So that's the reason forgot password is priority. Okay, coming back. So, Asha, okay, Dilshad Sheikh, can you please explain again? Okay, first one, it's very severity because HTTP is unsecured server. So your information can be easily hacked, right? So that's the reason we have HTTPS. But if the system is working even with HTTP, it is having high severity. Severity wise you understood, right? Now the second one, forgot password. Not all customers will forget their password. Only few will be there. Okay. Now considering both of it, which one is more severe? Both the issues, which one is more severe? The first one, right? Now, priority wise, if I priority wise, I have the first defect and the second defect. First defect, I have an alternate and I can work on. But for the users who forgot their password, without having that forgot password link, they cannot go ahead, right? So which means from the customer's perspective, it's a blocker. So priority here is the second one. Fair enough? So it all depends on the business impact of the defect that that's there. Now, if you see, we have a priority here definition. We don't have any severity definition in this particular application. I mean, in Jira, we have custom fields where you can add even the severity also. Okay, so when you have to define the uh, when you are defining the test plan, you will be having requirements which are of severity and priority. Okay, so when you define the timelines, when you define the number of test cases, or you define the number of test cases and the scenarios that you might be creating, the number of hours that are needed, the impacted areas, you will have to see through the definition of severity and priority. So for any project, be it a requirement, be it a defect, you need to understand the severity and priority. That will define your course of actions. Okay. Parvin, do you always see it through user's point? Ideally, for the client, it's for the customers only there, or for the users only they are creating the application, right? So we should see through it itself. Okay. But from a security tester point, the priority and severity will change. For him, HTTPS is high severity and high priority. From a functional tester's perspective, for them, first one is high severity, second one is high priority. So it all depends on the type of testing we are doing as well. Okay. Hope this answered your question, Pavan. You are seeing the difference here, the symbols. So all the issues are coming here. Okay, but you will have to understand this is a bug and this is a requirement. Okay, so for every type of issue you got different symbols. The advantage and disadvantage with Jira is, the advantage is you can see all the requirements, the bugs, the epics, everything in the issues section. Okay, but for a lame person or a first timers, it is not that easy to find out what is the bug, which one is a bug and which one is a requirement. Yeah, so for all these issues are under the same project. They can be into a different project as well. So it depends on the admin how he will or she will segregate these issues. Okay, so that's a disadvantage with any odd, because in any project you will be having almost thousands of requirements and bugs. Okay, so going and filtering, it's a big mess there. Whereas in ALM or rational tools, okay, rational rows tools or OATs, you will have a classification like this is a requirement, this is a defect, this is a test case, test plan. So you will easily find out the difference. You can, all those are segregated. Here in the reports you can go and create based on the type you want. So again it's a subsection. Okay, let me show you that. What is the difference between bugs and defect, Parvin? There's, defect is something which is, so again, we generally call these concepts similar, but just for the book sake of book, defect is something which has popped out of incorrect encoding, whereas bug is something which is inserted because of external factors. Okay, something like um, I have a browser which will store all my passwords. Okay, the next time anyone comes in and looks into the uses some tool, he or she might easily find out the username and password, and he can log in into the application. Okay, this is not a defect from the coding perspective, but from the browser you are able to find it. So that's a security bug, similar to like that. Okay. Hi Prasad. Kushal, can you explain epic issue type with example, please? See, epic is something as a master requirement. Under that, you will have sub requirements. Okay, so that's a simple way of telling epic. So I have Gmail as a master epic. Under that, I got Drive, Inbox, Send email, other features. So they are all your requirements or new requirements. Okay, so epic is your master requirement. Yeah, in terms of Jira, issue doesn't really mean only defects. It can be anything. It can be tasks, subtasks, improvements, etc. Yes, right. It's only Jira terminology. They say it as issue. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, right? If you understand the test management process or the testing life cycle, it's very easy to relate. Only these are tool-based terminologies which we'll have to map it accordingly. So every tool has its own limitations, advantages. The advantage with Jira is you need not have to be more detailed. Whereas in ALM, right, you'll have to ALM, HPLM or any other tool, you will have to create the requirements separately, the test defects separately, and it would be easy for everyone to look like that. Whereas in Jira, right, you will have all of them at one place. Okay. Okay. Huda is asking, can you show the entire flow of how to create managed code? This will be done in the regular classes, Huda. Okay. At this point, this is only just a Q&A session today. So from tomorrow, when we start actual session, we'll do it. From tomorrow, we will be doing Jira session. Okay, cool. So it got working, right? Now, Lizzie? Fair enough, yes. Okay, happy learning then. So you're seeing this change in status, right? Now, you see the difference here. So I'm changing its status from to do, in progress, in review and done. But nowhere I have updated any comment, which means it's an issue, right? I mean, it's wrong way of completing things. You should give proper comments. It should be assigned to the respective developer or tester, and so on and so forth. So these are all admin activities where you will have to define the workflow correctly with the correct right set of what do you say, right set of mandatory fields to be updated. Okay, so these are all the admin tasks that should be done. So this tool at now is very crude form, and you are able to complete the defect without any commenting and not assigning to the correct developer or tester, right? If I want to reopen it, there is nothing mentioned here. There is nowhere I can go and reopen this particular defect. Ideally it will happen, right? Which means the workflow is not created correctly, which means the definition has to be relooked into. Okay, that's how you will have to align the testing lifecycle and the process with respect to the tool. That's it. That's the more admin task, and which we will have to take care. Okay, Ruxana, can you download the software again? Okay, then restart your machine and then install it. See if it works. Okay, Sumati is asking what is defect triage process means. Okay, what is the meaning of triage? General meaning of triage for all. What does triage mean? Triage. General English meaning of triage. Okay, trials no. See, don't think in terms of testing. Tell me the general meaning of triage. Triage. Yes, so something which is urgent. So what will happen is all the teams that are involved in the defect, what do you say, resolution, right from the management team, the developers, the business analyst, the testing team, they'll all come onto the triage call, define which one is severe, which one is of high priority, because there will be multiple applications and the impact of one application to the other application might be there in the project, right? So the respective applications or the respective teams will come on to a common call or a common meeting room, discuss which defect should be treated first, which defect should be resolved, what is the duration of the time or the duration of the fix given by developer, and how much effort is required for the testers to close it. Okay, so these discussions will happen in the defect triage. So it would be it would be a day to day meeting. Okay, in the service ticket, where can you see the defect priority? By Radhika. So if you see here, this is the priority. This is a defect and the priority is defined here. Now from application to application, from the management perspective, the priority will change, right? So from web application perspective, we have forgot password as priority. From database perspective, the link from where the forgot password will go, that particular table, if it is not defined, for them that's priority. Now if you see both of them, which one is the priority from management perspective? Okay, repeat the question. The question is, I have for login page, the login page for mobile application is not working. Okay, whereas, okay, no, let's go back to the question. So in Gmail, I don't have forgot password link. Okay, that's the priority issue from web application perspective. I have a defect in database where the forgot password link has to generate automatically for the user ID. Okay, and that link should be sent as an email. Now that particular column or process is not correctly defined in the database. Now in the defect triage, both of them are high priority, right? Now from management perspective, of these two high priority defects, which one is the first priority? Okay, how many say database is priority? How many say database is high priority? I see only Pervin saying that. Pervin, Radhika. The answer is the login page forgot password is the priority. Because for the end user, if you don't see any error message, that's a problem. Okay, so customer first here. So everything should be shown on the front end. So you will have a forgot password link. It will say that you will get an email, only that message. Okay, parallelly, the database team can resolve it. It might take some time, so they can work on it. So first user comes first. So show them the message and they can wait for it. Okay. Whereas if you don't show any message, it would be a problem. Similarly to the videos that are getting uploaded into IT on a lighter note. Okay. If you don't see the video, you will get annoyed, right? Yeah. Yes. Right, Radhika. All right. Any other questions, please? Khadija is asking when we have the database session. I'm not sure of the schedule correctly. Uh, we'll find with the team and we'll let you know tomorrow. Okay. I'm really bad at the dates. Okay, so please don't mind. test management tool's duration is 4 days. As I said earlier, just how we extended for manual training, if needed, we will have extra 1 or 2 sessions. The duration is not the problem. Understanding the concept is most important. Only conditions applies. It has to align with the other schedules as well. So I owe a session on manual testing, which I will try to get it done tomorrow. So using this tool, we just manually moving the status from to do to done. Yes, it will not happen automatically. You will have the respective team has to assign it back. So general process is a tester, if he opens a defect, it should be assigned to developer. Developer changes it to fixed status and assign it back to the tester. Tester will test it and then he will mark it as done. So the hierarchies, the next person who is involved, it should be correctly defined. This is how I will change the process to do. Right now it's in to do. The next one is in progress, and then is in review, and then is done. Okay. So if you see here, there's nothing like the flow. I can jump from the flow also. Actual workflow defined is to do, then in progress, then review, and then, right? But actually here, there's no direct link. There's no process defined. What it's saying is new and then to do, and after that, these are all parallel activities. There's no flow defined from to do to in progress, then in review, in done. So that's the reason I'm able to directly jump in. Okay. Yes, so any modification should go as an email. Okay, that we will have to configure. If you remember, there was an option like to add email server, right? In the second day session, which we discussed, which I showed you. So if you configure it correctly, the email will go to the respective person. All for all, don't worry, we will have these defined perfectly in the coming classes. Okay. So need not worry that we are jumping into something different. So Lizzie is asking, can developers also access this tool to change the status like fix the defect? Yes, that's the beauty of test management tool, right? So the stakeholders who are all involved in this particular process will have access. But for a developer's perspective, they will have only read-only access. They cannot edit anything on the test cases and other testing activities. Whereas for defects, they can do anything, right? If they misuse that particular access, then we can easily see in the log. Okay, so this is the log where I can easily go and see who has changed, when it was changed. So I got enough proof that developers or someone has done the mischief and they have changed. What export does? It will just export your whatever data is, whatever you want in whichever format. So my this particular is a requirement. I'm exporting this to an Excel sheet. Okay. All right, everyone. Any other questions before we wind up? Yes. So the question from Asha is, can the test cases be imported into the tool? See, this tool you will have only Excel. You can add your Excel sheet of test cases that is written to the requirement. That's the disadvantage here. You cannot see all the test cases just like the UI here. How the UI is shown for the defects and the requirements. You cannot have test cases also, right? So that's where Jira fails. You can only attach the Excel sheet. Okay. So whereas in ALM or other tools like OATS, you can export them and you can see in the UI format. Correct? Now if you see right, here I don't have any attachment option because this is a trial version. The reason being it will consume some space, right? So that's the reason if it consumes space, which means they have to allocate a database. So that's the reason the attachment option is not there. Whereas in actual tool, the commercial tool, you will have the attachment option. There you can go and attach the test cases for this particular application, and you will see it as attachment from here on. Okay. Come on guys, can we change the product name and issue type later? Yes, we can. Okay. Do you think we should be preparing some interview questions on Jira? Yes, Huda, we should. See, I'll pose those questions at the end of session. Okay. And I'll share the list of questions commonly asked as part of this training. Okay, we'll share the document as well. That's the beauty of JPACT. Yes, in a document format. Yes, right. Alright guys, we just got 2 minutes of time. Uh, post us, post your questions, else we will have to wind up. Okay. See, the question here is, will be aligned to the test management tool. Yes, that's the purpose of this test management tool, right? So we will align whatever are the testing activities and we'll show how is it done using this particular tool. That's the intention of this training. Okay, I don't see any other questions. So this is it for today. We'll hope we will see you all tomorrow. Alright. Okay. Alright. Thanks everyone for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night and good day.